kind of went into some of the ups and downs of getting let go, going through those downturns. But I know there was a period where you were doing like mud sales and stuff like that. Talk about some of the lows, because I think it seems like your career had a very steep trajectory in terms of all the cool stuff you got to do in the resume and everything that we talked about earlier. But there were some times when things were a struggle.
At Finley Energy, we went through a period where drilling had fallen off. The decline on the system was pretty steep. We decided to sell the assets, and they let some people go. They came to me and said, "Hey, we'll give you some stay pay. Help us sell these assets." So I did that. It took about a year to get that done. And at the time, again, this was at a downturn in the industry. It was difficult to find a job in Oklahoma City at the time.
Right.
I didn't want to move. I had a family, had 2 kids. So I knew a guy in the mud sales business, drilling fluids, named Dan Jordan. I went to work for him for a year, and it was all pretty much all commission.
Yeah.
And it was a grind because there wasn't a lot of drilling going on, and so times were really tough. My wife had to go back to work at that point in time.
Yeah.
And it was a tough time. So
this industry, it seems like it's hard for people to stick in it. There's a lot of people that I know that are really talented people that I knew maybe earlier in my career, specifically like in what we do, midstream or commercial stuff, and they were like riding high. They went and either started a company or were up at a very high position, like a VP level, and like a bunch of those people I know have just left the industry completely since 2014 with all these downturns.
Yeah, for me once it got in my blood, I couldn't leave it. But I understand where they're coming, because it can break your heart. This business can break your heart.
Right.
It can reward you greatly as well. But I just wanted to stay in the industry somehow, and that was a way to do it. It didn't fit me. That mud sales did not fit me. Dan Jordan will tell you the same thing.
Yeah.
We parted ways amicably, and I got a job. That's when I went to work for JMA at that point.
Gotcha.